What's going on, guys? Welcome back. You look great as always. In this video, we're talking about YouTube watch time and more specifically, how you can increase your YouTube watch time. Watch time is one of the most important metrics that YouTube tracks with their algorithm. So if you can keep people watching your videos for longer periods of time, YouTube is going to reward you by showing your content to more people, bringing in more fans, more subscribers, and more potential revenue. So that's why it's so important to do these things that I'm gonna outline in this video to ensure that people watch your videos for as long as possible. So let's get right into it. Let's up your watch time to help you grow on YouTube. Let's go. Before we dive into the tips, if you're new here, my name's Ben. I make weekly videos on social media, podcasting, and other online tools to help you crush it in your life and business. So if you are new, consider subscribing. If you aren't new, welcome back. You know I love you. If you came across this video, chances are you're looking for different videos that are gonna help you grow on YouTube, and you've probably heard how important YouTube watch time is. I experienced this firsthand with one of my videos that started to receive very, very long watch time that got shown to so many different people, it got suggested to tons of people, and it ranked on very competitive keywords, all because the watch time was so strong that it pushed YouTube to push it to more people. And the video that I'm referring to is my beginner's guide to podcasting video. It's a video I made a little over a year ago. And at that time, I didn't know half of what I know now about YouTube, but I did a ton of things right in that video accidentally. So what I'm gonna do is break down the different tips and the things that I did right so that you can actually do this strategically to ensure that you're doing these things in as many videos as possible to give yourself the best opportunity to have that long watch time, to get shown to more people, and to grow rapidly on YouTube. You're gonna wanna utilize all of these tips because when used together, it's gonna give you the best opportunity to create a video that people watch and stay watching. With any YouTube video, one of the most important aspects is the hook of that video. This typically comes in the first 10 to 30 seconds, and it is your way of captivating the viewer and also creating an upfront commitment for them to stay for the duration of the video to receive exactly what they're looking for. So how do you create a successful hook? One, you wanna speak directly to the viewer. So you wanna get into the mind of the viewer and think about the specific video that you're making at that time. What is the reason why they clicked that video? Why would they search out that video? Speak directly to that. So when someone comes across this video, they know they're in exactly the right place. Then once you've done that, you wanna do one of two things. You wanna either speak to the pain that that person can avoid by watching the video, or the win that they can experience from sticking around. That speaks to them very personally and can close the deal for them to commit to watching the whole video. People are subconsciously making these decisions whenever consuming any sort of content. They have little triggers in their head where they're looking for them, even though they don't know they are. So if you can get ahead of that and speak to them and allow them to check those boxes without even realizing it, it's gonna dramatically increase your watch time. Another super important thing that you need to do to improve your watch time is throughout the whole video, make it very optically stimulating. And I know I just used some big words there, but in the simple terms, you just wanna make sure that when people are watching the video, they don't get bored from looking at one thing consistently. YouTube is engineered to get people to watch the next video. So as a creator, if you don't make your videos understanding this, you're doing yourself a major disservice. You need to get into the mind of someone consuming videos and how they go about choosing how long they stay on a specific video. If you keep it on one scene and you speak without a lot of tonality and a lot of emotion within your voice, people are naturally gonna get lulled to sleep and go to the next video because there's so many distractions readily available, all based on their previous interests. So how do you achieve a visually stimulating video? Use different graphics as well as scene changes to help you to do that so it keeps it fresh and exciting throughout. So by staying on a consistent narrative but changing the way it optically looks, it keeps people paying attention, essentially resets the clock of how much time they're gonna give you before bouncing to the next video. So when you can combine the two, a great narrative or very informative content with a visually stimulating video, that's gonna create high watch time. A few different specific examples of what you can do to achieve this is just simply cropping in and out. If you feel like you've been talking on one subject in one physical position for too long, you can just crop the frame in. It creates the illusion of a scene change. I know that seems like little to nothing, but that is enough to create the optical illusion that it's changing a scene, and it resets that internal clock of how much time they're gonna give you and how much attention they're going to give you. Another thing that you can do to liven up your videos is to have motion graphics coming on the screen. This is also a great way to encourage or remind people to like, comment, and subscribe to your channel to get some more engagement with the people watching your videos. And this can be something that's very easily done. I have a set of templates that I use in every single video. I store them on my desktop and just drag them into where I feel it makes sense in my video or where I feel it might be dull, so it adds a little bit of life. Another thing that you want to make sure that you do is to create consistent, valuable video. So what I mean by saying consistent is don't make a 12-minute video that could have been achieved in 7 minutes. I know you want the overall watch time to be very, very high, but audience retention also matters very much. For example, if you had a video that could be achieved successfully in 7 minutes and it results in say 5 or 7 minutes of watch time, but instead you decided to do it in 12 minutes because you felt that your watch time would be enhanced. If the audience retention is way better on the 6-minute video, meaning they watched a longer percentage of the video, that is great for you in the eyes of YouTube because that's a high value video that kept people around for a longer period of time, proportionate to the length of the video. I know that was a lot, but what I mean is make a video as long as it needs to be so that you can provide consistent value, keeping people there as long as possible for that video. From the viewer's perspective, I already mentioned the subconscious box checking that they're doing while watching the video. If it's an informative piece of content, if you go too long without providing the next tip or the next win, they're going to bounce. And this often happens when people make videos too long or longer than they needed to be. So instead focus on how long that specific video needs to be so that you can create consistent value throughout the video to have great audience retention. Because it's the combination of the two. It's not simply the watch time that matters. You want great retention as well as watch time, and they typically both go together in positive ways when the video is the appropriate length for the content being delivered. Another strategy that you can implement is in the terms of planting a seed. So whether it be in your hook or somewhere throughout the video, if you make reference to a specific point that's coming up later in the video that's going to be super, super valuable and it really speaks to what they're looking for, that could be enough to encourage them to at least stay to that point in the video to get that specific nugget. And then once that's there, if they're pretty deep into the video, the principle of sunk cost comes into play and they've already invested so much time into this video, they're likely going to just watch the entire thing because they're almost there. So to do this effectively, you have to get into the mind of your viewer. So this comes into knowing your audience and the specific problems they deal with. But also, if you're going to throw that nugget out there and try to plant that seed, ensure that that tip or that value is very, very high value. Because if you do this and they finally get there and it's absolute BS or not what they were looking for, you're gonna lose that effectiveness and the power of that going forward. So ensure that you're providing a ton of value on that tip if you're gonna use the seed planting strategy. If you think any of these tips may improve your YouTube watch time, please take 2 seconds, like the video. It means the world to me and I'd really, really appreciate it. Thank you, you're a legend. Something else that you can do to improve your YouTube watch time is something called a pattern interrupt. A pattern interrupt does the same thing of resetting that internal clock to buy you some more time in the eye of the viewer, but it does so in a far more dramatic fashion. A successful pattern interrupt will draw the viewer into you more, allow them to completely reset all internal clocks and really start to consume what you're saying because they're very, very intrigued. All the best YouTubers use some sort of pattern interrupt in their own unique way, specific to their content and their personality. But to provide an example, a YouTuber that I watch named Nate O'Brien, I was watching one video where he literally was mid-talking, providing very valuable advice, and he started eating just a plain piece of bread. So that speaks directly to what a pattern interrupt is because of what it achieves. So when I saw him smoothly go from providing very valuable personal finance advice directly to eating a piece of bread, what that did is it reset all of my internal clocks and it pulled me in deeper because I literally asked myself, is this guy eating a piece of bread right now? And the answer was yes, but what it did was actually made me focus more. So I try to throw these in whenever possible because they can be very powerful when executed successfully. And one that I did recently on a previous video was I just rotated my Pikachu throughout the video and one person actually saw it, which means they stayed around to the entire video, which means it worked. So I'm gonna pop their comment up right here for proof. So because you saw that, you win the comment shout out of the day. Congratulations, you saw my pattern interrupt and it worked on you. So to get that high watch time, what you wanna do is combine all these tips in your unique individual way. To find YouTube success, it's so imperative that you be unique and be yourself. Sean Cannell, another YouTuber that I watch, says a quote very often, different is better than better. And that is very, very true. People resonate with things that they haven't seen before, but they feel like they connect with. So by being your unique self, you're giving yourself the best opportunity. And then when combining it with these strategies, putting your own spin on them, that's when you're gonna get high watch time. That's when YouTube's gonna start showing your videos to more people. That's when you're gonna grow your brand and grow the money that you make from your YouTube channel. So it all feeds together. Watch time is very, very important. I cannot stress that enough. If a goal of yours is to grow on YouTube, which if you're still here, I'm assuming it is, be sure to subscribe to the channel because I bring consistent YouTube specific videos to help you achieve those results and get your channel up and up. Also, if you took anything from this video, please click the like button, smash it, or do it however you want. Just click the like button. It'll bring you 10 years of YouTube good luck. So go ahead and do that. Future you thanks you, and I thank you. The comment question on this specific video is, who is your favorite YouTuber? Let me know because I wanna go and look at their channel and see all the things that they're doing right. So maybe I can implement it on my channel or bring future videos to describe what they're doing. So let me know in the comment section down below, who's your favorite YouTuber? Who do you watch the most? Let me know. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe, hit the bell button so you don't miss the next video. Go crush it on YouTube, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.